Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Brothers in Red
Hang on.
podcast, presented by me, James Double, aka LFC_J Dubs, and my brother.
Ben Double, aka Dubs_FC.
Why'd you say hang on?
So normally I drink the water to start.
Oh.
You ruined my intro.
Oh, do you do that every time? Anyway, how have you been? Other than lacking in water drinking, apparently.
I've been good, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's the most important question of the week, so we've got to make sure that you've been good.
I've been good.
Any news?
I may have cheated on you.
You've been cheating on me or the 1,000 listeners?
No, I can never cheat on them.
Go on, explain.
I may have made an appearance on the Anfield Index podcast.
Ben has represented the Brothers in Red on the Anfield Index, and we're very proud that we're getting our name out there.
I didn't mention nice once.
2,000 people watching you at one point. We joke about there being 1,000 of you. There was genuinely 2,000 people watching. Insane. You did amazing. It was good.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you on there more.
If I am, if they invite me.
Right. Yeah, obviously, I hope so. Have you seen all the news around Infantino and Giovanni Infantino?
How far are we going back? What do you mean?
Very recent. So FIFA backed him and said, no, we're going to back you. He's apologised for the money attempts. And UEFA today have still said you were still boycotting him while he's there.
Yeah.
Which is spicy. That's like, we're not going to go to the World Cup.
I think he's gone too far.
He'll probably
with
go
his
by the World
decisions.
Cup, but they can probably save face by keeping him for like 2 years and then
Yeah.
being like, all right, then we'll get rid because the World Cup's coming. But yeah, gone too far.
Yeah, I think he has. I think there was too many little things that added up, and it's like
World Cup was too suspicious, and then just around
I like the Bolligan
the whole
red card.
Yeah,
or
Trump.
whatever.
That's the bit I'm talking about. And then now all of a sudden trying to sell stakes and stuff, even
And
if
FIFA,
it's
like,
not.
I don't understand why would you want to do that?
Even if it's not been, because that was their thing. It's been miscommunicated what they actually meant, which is absolute load of rubbish.
No, yeah.
Even
100%.
if that is the case, why are you monetizing the game?
Yeah.
You're making it worse.
Literally, hence why he would 100% bring hydration breaks. He turn it into quarters no matter what. Every World Cup will be that now.
Yeah, million percent. But yeah, what have you guys got to look forward to on this episode? Moment of the week, of course. We're actually going to do season predictions.
Oh.
This season, I'm going to say it right now, I will not get a cream pie to my face in my garden 3 seasons in a row.
I will say that mine will be different than the one I said on Anfield Index.
He had to say face on Anfield Index, and he's going to be a lot more bullish here, correct?
Well, no.
Oh, because the caveat.
Because the caveat of right now.
Yeah. All right, yeah. He was asked where Liverpool would place right now.
With no signings, no Barcola, no nothing.
Ben is going to do a season prediction, not a right now prediction.
So I'm going to big brain and hope that we pull something out.
On top of the season, we're going to rank every single team, and we're also going to do some of the award guesses. We'll have a quick chat about transfers. Not too much has changed, sadly, which is kind of the discussion point. But a quick mention there. But first, we will wrap up our discussion around the USA preseason tour and how it sadly ended in a defeat. Quite a damning defeat on paper of 4-2 against Leeds. But let's start with the positives.
Let's just have no negative Nellies get out of here right now.
Okay, not negatives, but maybe...
It was a bad second half.
Could have been better.
There was a couple.
Start with the positives, though. So positives. First half, what did you take from it?
Iraola ball.
Iraola ball. Explain.
That is, if you haven't watched it and you want to know what we're going to be playing like this year, go watch that first half against Leeds. That is what I say. And like this is why I'm quite positive at the moment with Liverpool in the direction we're going. Like I understand the squad's not in the best place in certain positions, like centre back. But other than that, if you go watch that first half, you see how we are going to play. You see Shobo in his element, Wirtz in his element, Isaac was pressing, and I just think it is exciting. Like how we press, I have not seen that in so long, and it was just so refreshing.
That's not to say that the rustiness wasn't there, because it was still evidently there in players that are still
100%.
trying to get up to speed. But that first half was the signs we were looking for from the preseason as to what we might be excited about going into the season.
100%.
That sort of performance could have got the Anfield crowd up and then squashed it by half time. Changes were made, and we'll get onto that in a minute. The standout player for preseason so far, I know we've got 2 more games, 1 behind closed doors, so 3. And I'm so proud he's getting all of his flowers now. He's training only. I've been banging on about that boy
baller.
for 18 months now.
What a baller.
And his line break passing was phenomenal and was so the reason behind Iraola ball of being vertical, going and going, absolutely incredible, and was lost in the second half. And that getting out in his way, I think, was a massive miss in that second half. And you saw the impact he had.
Yeah, I don't think it was just on him though.
No. But I think that was so influential in that first half performance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else from the first half? Because obviously we got the goals.
The centre backs did well as well. Like, they're young. I do want to shout out, like, we lost 4-2, but those centre backs weren't like, they're young against Premier League experience. Like,
absolutely gutted about Ndukwe.
Yeah, like, literally. He's been playing so well. Phenomenal.
Doesn't look like he's a youngster.
No.
And to not be able to because of permit is just a joke. He would be such a good squad player this year. But yeah, it was nice to see the team all together. Vert's got his goal. Vert's scoring already for Iraola. Doubters gone. We are believers once again.
I've always believed.
Second half, it was more negative. There were some changes.
It's going to happen.
Talk about Grav first, because
I don't agree with it.
I haven't even said anything yet, and he's not agreeing with me. I think you're going to agree with me.
I think I'm probably going to agree with you. I'm saying I don't agree with everyone else online.
So mine is he's literally just come back. He's not learned the way. He is just trying to play football and get up to speed. He's not got the tactics.
He worked under Iraola for 45 minutes. For half a week.
Yep.
So his first 45 minutes back after holiday, I said, if you want to look at how we want to play, how we're going to play this year, go watch the first half. If you want to see how we played last year, go watch the second half.
I completely agree. The backwards and
the tendency was there of slot ball because that's all that players knew.
The lack of the line breaking passing, the lack of going forward vertical, it was all sideways or backwards every single time. Slowed the game right up.
And also we did take off
and
Verts and Schober our best pressers and like that sort of thing. And
we took off our starters and
they brought theirs on.
They brought on their starters. Harry Wilson should never be underestimated for what he can do on a football pitch.
Calvert-Lewin against two young centre backs with no Premier League experience.
And it might be absolutely outrageous for me to say this. Calvert-Lewin is a top 8 Premier League striker.
No, that is outrageous.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think
that is outrageous.
The way he controls it.
Isaac, Ekatika are both better than him.
Wait, what did you think I just said?
Top 8 Premier League striker.
They're not ranked 1 to 8.
You just said that.
No, a top 8 team.
Oh.
It could be in any of the top 8 teams.
He definitely. I didn't take it that way.
Maybe I said it wrong.
Yeah.
But he's a top.
I would say top half table.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 2 more positions below what I said.
Exactly.
Asshole. Yeah, quality, absolute quality, and join them together. Put in the long staff in there, who's a solid Premier League player, and then I think it was Aronson came on as well. Yeah. You're playing against a bunch of youngsters or untrained people by that point. Because I don't mind the score.
My point was, you put Verge there, they don't score 2 of those goals at least, and that's as simple as that. And preseason's nice to win in, but at the same time, as long as, from my point of view, as long as you see what's about to happen, what you can expect this year, which we did from the first half. Then
agreed. And then I think as well, there's an element of losing is okay. Set expectations, make you not think everything's going to be so easy. Teach some lessons, make some conversations happen. We'll move on to the next conversation, which is Jones.
I knew you were going to say that. Shy.
I thought he was good.
Well, not shy
for the other 2 games. Whatever happened, and maybe he played to the squad around him.
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't seeing the runs that he was from Isaac, people like that.
I've always rated him, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always.
And I still rate him. There's a question of attitude and
if his head's in the right place.
If his head's in the right place, exactly that. So I'm going to play on the positive side of things with you. Hypothetically, it was a bad game. The media got to him with the whole armband gate. He wants to be at Liverpool. How do you handle the situation?
I said last night on Anfield Index, I'm going to say the Red Room. It's dodgy, but that's what Grizz calls it. The Red Room, and the only reason I want a player to leave is if they don't want to be at the club, basically. If Jones didn't want to be here, go. But I want him to stay. I think he's not a typical right back, but he can play right back. He can play centre mid. He's versatile, isn't he? He's like a younger Milner.
He started as a winger, and he can play right back.
Yeah,
he's literally like a Milner.
Yeah. So I think keep him around. There's no point in getting rid of. From my point of view, there's no point in getting rid of another Englishman. If we're going to get rid of someone, Maka from centre mid.
Yeah.
My opinion, to open up a non-homegrown spot to then go get someone else in, and we'd get more money for Maka.
No, I do agree, and I've always said.
And again, I don't want Maka to go at the same time. If he wants to go, which has been rumours, then go.
Yeah, and the same as Gakpo as well.
Yeah.
Same.
If they want to go,
Same vibe.
Like,
and like for those sort of players, we can get enough money to then try and replace them in the aggregate
100%.
rather than letting people go for free. The only thing I'd say with Jones is the scouse element. Having a scouser on the pitch, I think, raises about 10%. If you have a scouser on the pitch with the right mentality, it completely changes the Liverpool team.
I think it does at times.
Yeah.
I think we've seen that. I think it was like December period where he's got into form and started playing the games on. We've seen that, and then I think he was in the starting until he had the fallout. But in the later games, I think he'd calm down. I think it's almost like, I think I mentioned about then where like he went back to his sideways passing and backwards passing because that's what Slot wanted.
Yeah.
Whereas when he was coming on and making an impact, he was being direct to make the impact. And I think,
I do agree. Moving on to the transfer segment, we'll go there straight away. But off the back of that, where are your big concerns?
Centre back.
There's a lot of squad depth concerns. So centre back.
Centre back at the
Explain
moment. Like, so I've said before, we should have gone and get Stones on a free. I think Barcola, we're working on that deal. We've got one non-homegrown spot left. That's Barcola's. So now it's all about in and outs after that, unless we sign an Englishman, which is why we're linked to Spence, which is why we're linked to Konza, which is why we're linked to Tomore. We can only entertain and look at players right now that are English.
Or young, isn't it?
Or young. So it's okay in the Prem for under 21s, but you can't do that for Champions League.
Okay.
So you'd have to start leaving people out. So like if we got this in buy from PSG as well, fine for the Prem, we'd have to leave like Chiesa out of the Champions League squad.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that centre back. So I agree we should have gone for a free. It puts the business from last year into even more of like a highlight. The lack of getting Gehi over the line whilst letting Quansah go so early. We would take Quansah back in a heartbeat if we didn't have to pay for him. Like we're gonna save.
Imagine
face.
us right now, like with Gay instead, like on top.
Gay, and then even if we kept
then
Quansah
would we
as
have
well.
got a jacket? But
Yeah,
he's
potentially not. But then, injuries have riddled them. If
he's just been on one long injury.
Yeah, exactly. If he had played the second half of last season, had a little niggle, and had played a few games of preseason, I don't think anyone's concerned.
Yeah,
because he can get up to speed, he can play.
I think he'll be fine as well.
If he's not up to speed by the start of the season, everything is a bit of a worry, and I do agree with that.
Yeah.
So it throws Quansah's business of last year into the limelight, and then I do agree that centre back position just to have someone older, which I think you guys said on the podcast last night, of the likes of a Quansah, slightly older. You're not buying him for the future; you're buying him for now.
But the only thing about Konza is he's gonna be expensive.
But you.
But I do agree with that, as in that age range, and
there's a world where you're paying to compete.
So I also tweeted that earlier. I was like, at what point? I don't agree with buying Konza for say 60 mil. I think that's too expensive. But then I'm like, I don't really give a shit. It's not my money. Go get him.
If they're running,
why am I going to worry about how much he's going to cost when we need a centre back? We've only got Verge that's fit.
Yeah. If they're going to run the club financially fine and they think they can do it, I don't care at all. Barcola, if you mentioned, we're not going to go on to too much about that. Still stagnant and lingering. We've made a bid, potentially rejected. Yeah. We'll see what happens there. Hopefully that gets over the line because I think we do need that marquee signing.
I think he does get
Diamante's gone to Real Madrid. That's done. Just the market's going, basically. He's kind of...
Well, Vinny's going to stay at Real Madrid, so it depends if Arsenal try and come back in for Barcola now and just chuck them exactly money out. They were prepared to pay for Vinny, so...
Yeah. You got that in by Rumours, so that's interesting. But again, youngster. I want a bit of experience there as well.
Nah.
You don't care?
I don't care.
About experienced wingers?
No, I think we're in for our own buy. I think that the only reason that's happened is because Gakpo's probably going to Spurs.
Okay, but if Gakpo goes to Spurs, that frees up a load of money, and then we're getting Barcola, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think...
Mine is if we don't get Barcola,
the non-homegrown spot. That's why I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because he's Senegalese. But I don't think experience on the wings is going to matter too much this year. I had this point last night as well, where they asked me about, am I bothered about not having a left footer on the team? No. I think it's going to be just getting into the box kind of thing.
I don't care. I think they're professional football players. They should be able to play with both feet to an extent anyway.
That's what I said last night as well, yeah.
Absolutely fine. The only other person I will shout out now, because I can't believe the lack of want for him given our state, is Spence. I think he's a solid enough player. He's a winger by trait, and he plays fullback. If he can be the inverse of Jones, that started a winger
Don't
and
get
came
your
to
hopes
a
up.
fullback.
Apparently, he's just come out that way, aren't in for him.
Oh, okay.
Ben Jacobs has just said.
I mean, Ben Jacobs said we wouldn't get Isak, and we
Yeah.
did, so it's absolutely fine. It's still on. That probably means we've signed him. But yeah, so if Spence,
I think he'd be quality signing.
It's just a solid person.
You know he's going to fight for the badge as well. You know he's going to give it his all.
Yeah.
Like energetic, like.
And like people are knocking his traits already. I'm like, he can be trained. If we saw what we saw in Kirkes last year, which no slander on him, he was great, but he wasn't.
Second half.
He wasn't Player of the Year fullback.
No.
And we have the manager that made him Player of the Year or Young Player of the Year. He can definitely make Jed Spence a Player of the Year.
I think people. That is our best signing. That
Yeah.
like this year, our best signing is Iraola.
Yeah.
He will impact
Hopefully.
on some of these players. No, he is.
Yeah.
He is already. That first half against Leeds, like, I'm happy. I'm not happy if we lose. I'm happy if we at least fucking try to win
Yeah.
instead of sitting and waiting for.
And for what we've lost, Anfield impact could, help out the other way.
Yeah.
The only other one I'm going to say about is Maka of
Yeah.
the Shawbushlight comment. Did you see that?
Yeah.
If Maka comes back,
And then he corrected himself.
tried to correct himself. I'm like, that's a Freudian slip. There's conversations about Maka's not coming back. And
Yeah.
I think you can see that like Enzo Fernandez isn't coming back.
Well, it depends on like people saying that his English isn't good, as in like perfect. It is for like saying because he's foreign. It is like
that's a bit too semantically.
don't know, but then
different.
obviously after that the reports were that he doesn't want to re-sign. It's not that he wants to leave, but he does want to sign.
Yeah, fair.
But if that is the case, if he's not signing, sell him now. Like it's just
absolutely.
2 years left. Get as much money as we can.
Get the money replaced. Go.
I've tweeted again about it. Go offer him to Madrid in replace of Tchouaméni or Camavinga.
Yeah.
Because he would be a Madrid. I've said it so much.
He'll be a Mourinho player for sure.
And Modric and Kroos, some of their best players.
Yeah.
Slow, but
Yeah.
over there it doesn't matter.
And quality.
Yeah.
And he proved it with Argentina.
Quality in the pass, can tackle dirty. Like, he'd suit Madrid.
Any other transfers before we move on to the season predictions?
Not off the top of my head.
Let's go. It is time for
Oh.
me to make sure I do not get a cream pie to the face this year. It's not going to happen. We're not going to go back to back to back. Slight change of the rules this year.
Ooh.
3 points if we're correct. 2 points for either side. 1 point if we're 2 places away. 0 points if we're 3 places away. So there's a bit of leeway. But then you get a negative point for 4 places out. Negative 2 points for 5 places out. Negative 4 points for 6 places out. So if we have another Sunderland shout like me last year, we're getting into the dungeons here. You've got a negative 6 for 7 places out. Negative 8 for 8 places out. And then negative 10 for 9 or more places out, which is me with Sunderland, which is me with Nottingham Forest. I have a track record of this, which is me with Spurs last year. I would be on negative points last year. This is going to be fun. Let's just run through it first. So we're going to run through 1 to 20. Do you want to do it that way? What way do you want to do it?
Shall we do 1-1, 2-2? Or do you want to go 1 to 20?
Bottom up. So we're going to do... we'll do
We'll
it in
both
five.
say our
We'll do it-
20
We'll
off.
do it in fives. So do your 20 through to 16.
Okay. Hull.
Whole bottom. Like, as bad as Wolves last year or not as bad?
Not as bad, but bad.
Similar vibes.
Yeah. Ipswich.
Oh, so that's 2 of the promoted already there.
Everton.
Oh, he's gone so controversial. I love it for the vibes. Everton are going down. So
Everton are going down.
You heard it here. One of the ever-presents is going to get relegated this season. Next.
Newcastle.
Oh, he's also taken my advice of Newcastle are going to be in a potential relegation battle.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's clear?
Yeah.
A relegation battle.
Yeah, I think up to 15th. Up to 14th is going to be relegation battle.
Oh, that's a big gap.
Yeah.
And then one more.
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, the ones that will flip and flop but stay roughly in that middle pack. For me, let's see how different we are. Hull on the bottom, same vibes. I don't think as bad as Wolves. I don't see them getting a foot into the Premier League. I've gone for Coventry. I think Frank Lampard's going to be fine. I think it will unravel eventually throughout the season. And I've gone for a triple threat of all 3 going back down. Ipswich is my pick in position 18. I love Ipswich. I have a soft spot for them. I just feel sorry for these clubs that get
We're already
promoted.
fucked if Hull finished 10th.
Literally. I feel sorry for these clubs that get promoted just because it's a different.
It's a different.
If they can't stay up, if they can't do what a Sunderland did, which is sign a bunch of players,
that's mad.
it makes it very, very, very tricky. And I've so far, and I might be wrong, I haven't seen too many clever signings like a Xhaka, for example, to help these teams stay up. Forest, I've gone for 17th. So I've not even gone for Newcastle there. But like you, I do think the gap of a relegation battle is going to be big. It's going to be big. And that is why Newcastle are my 16th place team. They are going to struggle with all of their lack of signings and their outgoings and their manager loss now. I don't see it being a fun time up on the Tyne.
Yeah.
Your position 15 through to 11, please.
Forest,
so very similar to me. It's nice that we're just slightly different but close.
Coventry,
they've had a good season to get up to 14th.
So this is what I mean, though.
You said up to 14th is your
up to 14th is my relegation battle.
So you're thinking 6 points between 14th and
literally.
17th?
I think it's going to be close this year.
Yeah,
fair. Bournemouth.
Bit of a drop-off there from them coming 6th last year. Do you think the changes made with the manager and having European football is going to be the issue there?
Fulham,
that's just a classic Fulham position.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Next.
Sunderland.
Last one, Sunderland. So again, a little bit of drop off.
Yeah,
a little bit of drop off. Do they have European football? They've got Conference League, don't they?
I think so. They got something, so that's why I said it.
Another slight drop off there for Sunderland, but a solid second season in the Premier League.
Yeah, pretty much.
No complaints there. So for me, I've then gone for Everton. So similar half of the table. I think they will be out of the relegation battle, though. I think that's where it stops for me. Those bottom teams, so 16 through to 20, I think will be within. You can throw a blanket over them, other than Hull maybe. Everton, I think, will be safe. They'll get 40 points.
Everton going down.
I then have Bournemouth, one place lower than you. I think the impact will be slightly bigger than your impact, but same reasons, exactly the same reasons. And then I've gone for Brentford. Now, this is the first sign of why I think the style of football is going to change this year. They did well last year. They've lost Henderson as a leader and a shelter. But
they signed old boy.
Who's old boy?
The one that Liverpool wanted, people wanted Liverpool to sign from Monaco. Is it Monaco? Can't remember his name.
I don't know. But either way, I think the style of football is different. Brentford are very physical, set piece, throw-in driven team. I think the rule changes and some of the styles of teams going on around them, I think Brentford.
Oh, Sangare.
Yeah, it's not the same as Endo. It's a completely different. It's not a leader at all. I'm really confident in that. I think Brentford do drop off versus last year. I think they overreached last year because of their quality. And then I've gone for Sunderland. Again, one place lower than you, but exactly the same reason, so I don't need to dwell on it. I think they're still going to have quality, but just worse than last year. And lastly, I've gone for Palace in 11th.
Ooh.
I think Glasner, they'll bounce back after losing him. I think they'll be okay. And I think they'll just do what Palace do and come mid-table. Now, your 10 through to 6, please.
I've gone Brentford 10th.
Brentford 10th. So, marginal drop-off from last year, but you just think just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aston Villa 9th.
Villa in 9th. So, European football, not even European, Champions League football again. And then just going to struggle with Rodgers going and things like that. There's quite a drop-off.
Konza might go at the moment.
Konza might go. Yeah, that could be a detriment. So big drop-off from 4th to 9th there. Carry on.
Plus European football
there. Yeah.
Leeds 8th.
Leeds in 8th is a shout. That's a big climb for Leeds. Harry
Wilson and Calvert-Lewin.
So when I said what I said, if you haven't checked out our fantasy podcast, I realise I didn't say it in this one. Go check it out. We given some top tips on who we might consider for our fantasy Premier League teams, and you can join our league. I have the code in this description as well, just for consistency. But Harry Wilson and Calvert-Lewin link up was one of the reasons that I touted Leeds to do well, and he has jumped on my bandwagon. Continue.
Brighton 7th.
Brighton in 7th. That's a nice increase for Brighton. You think they're going to go back to their old base? Because I think they were 14th last year.
Yeah, I personally, we've said it before, I think football's going to change this year.
Yep.
And it's going to be a lot better standard.
And then 6th place.
United
in 6th. Now, we might converge here. I've gone for Fulham. in 10th. So you had them down in 12th. I think slightly better. They're going to have some attacking football. They've lost Harry Wilson, which is a shame.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But if they can replace him in another way and they have that attacking style, I think they'll be solid. In 9th place, I have gone for Leeds. So 1 place lower than you. Exactly the same reasons. Exactly the same players. Attacking football will win this year. 8th, I've gone for Villa. So just the inverse of you. Exactly the same reasons. Drop off, European football, changing personnel. They've got the quality there to get through, but I think it might be a bit too much for them this year. I've then gone for Brighton.
I thought you were going to put Brighton 4th. You said they were challenged for Champions
They
League.
could challenge for 4th, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where I do the inverse of what I think's happening at the bottom. I think 7th through to 4th, you're going to be, within 6 points of each other again, just like last year. And in 6th, I have gone for United. So our top 7 could be identical. Spoiler alert, they're not.
Top 7?
Yeah.
Oh.
So 5th.
Spurs
in 5th. A lot of good signings, a lot of good leadership signings.
No European football.
No European football. Change of manager with De Zerbi. Very attacking football. Did really well at Brighton. They could be a powerhouse this year. Not quite making Champions League football.
We could get for 5 places.
Could get 5 places, but okay, not getting top 4.
No, just missing out.
Like culture. What's the reason for them missing out? Too big of a jump.
No, I just think the other teams in the top 4 are going to be playing better.
Completely fair answer. 4th.
Arsenal.
Oh, I knew it was coming. Big drop off from the champions. Explain.
Saliba's out for 4 months.
Yep.
I think the football style changes this year. I think they're going to get stricter on officiating corners, set pieces, all this kind of thing. I don't think their midfielders are going to be up to speed by the time they get back, which is one of the reasons, in my opinion, they've brought Bruno Guimaraes.
Which is a good sign.
Because I don't think hardly any of their proper team is fit. They just lost 3-1 to Real Betis in their pre-season. Pre-season isn't everything, but literally the week before when they beat someone in pre-season, everyone was bigging Arsenal up, saying, "Oh, look at the squad they've put out. Look, like no one can compete with it." That squad just lost 3-1 to the Real Betis. I just think there's going to be a drop off.
Yep.
I think the points tally from last year wouldn't win them the league this year, in my opinion.
Oh, you think it's going to be high points tally?
I think the top, they'll win more.
Interesting.
Again, because I think the bottom half is going to be weaker. I said, relegation battle between 6 or what was it, up to 14th.
Yeah.
So they're going to be losing more points to the top. So I think that
very interesting.
I think the winning points will be higher, around 90.
Oh wow. Okay, so who's in your third? City in third. Too much of
There's no bias in this list at all.
Too much of a drop off from Pep.
I think just relying on Haaland.
Some change of personnel. Rodri's out.
Yeah. Rodri will be going now, so that's huge.
Yeah. Second.
Chelsea.
He's done it again, folks. He's done it again. Liverpool round out the top. They do the business with a depleted current squad. So that is banking on signings.
That is banking on signings right there. I am banking on a centre-back, Jed Spence, and Barcola and Baye to get over the line. I don't think unlike others, I don't think we're desperate for a midfielder. I think that can wait to next year.
Only if someone goes out.
If someone goes, we bring him in.
Yeah, agreed.
And I have faith that we will do business. And that's why I'm going for that, because I'm backing us. I'm backing us. Iraola is going to do his magic. It's Spanish magic.
Before I give mine, we do a recap in the first international break where we have the opportunity to change our picks for a discounted point.
Shall we make a rule on that?
Go on.
Shall we say you can only change 3 of the league standings?
Okay, yeah, cool. Because league standings is new, so you can only change 3 league standings. Completely agree with that. It's kind of hard.
It's kind of hard to swap her over. Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Or move them down to a position and everyone moves up one kind of thing.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
Okay, Chelsea, really good.
Chelsea are going to smash it.
No
this
European
year.
football.
No European football. New manager, new players. I think they've literally gone and got Henderson and Welbeck because Alonso's turned up and said there's a bunch of kids here. There's not been any experience since Thiago Silva to keep them in line. And so that is the reason they got him.
With Henderson, I watched back the clip of him in COVID the other day of where he's shouting on the pitch,
100%.
And it's underrated what he does for a team on the
Morgan
pitch.
Rogers is probably one of the reasons they bought him.
Yeah,
Morgan Rogers and Bellingham.
Tim was like, can we have someone to tell these kids off?
So Morgan Rogers, if you didn't see it, and Bellingham did the interview at the England camp during the World Cup saying Henderson's in everyone's top 5 pick to be in the squad because they need just a motivating factor.
And there you go.
Just get some working. So I think that will come second.
I've gone Spurs 5th, just like you. This is where we fully deviate and where I am a naughty bad Liverpool fan. I've gone for us to get in top 4
I predicted us to be 4th
on the Red Room.
on the Red Room with no signings at all.
I'm allowing myself to have a grace of a switch at the first international break if we get those signings. But at the current point, even if we get Barcola, if we don't do any other business, it's going to be a hard slog for a bit. We will be fine. We'll get top 4, but it might be hard. In 3rd, I've gone City. Exactly the same reasons. Bit of a drop off. They've got the quality and the money there to make something happen. Maresca's good at. He's a great manager. He just won't have the sustain for the whole entire season. Having said that, I do think in the same way that the bottom half of the table, my 16 through to 20, are going to be thrown under a blanket. I reckon my 4 to 1 can be thrown under a blanket and will extend from that gap in the middle eventually. I've said Brighton might challenge for top 4. They could still be in and around there, but I do think it will extend.
Yeah.
I have gone for Arsenal in 2nd. I think they'll drop off for the exact same reasons as you are. I think defensively they'll be solid enough.
Yeah, 100%. I
keep
just don't
clean
think they'll
sheets.
score as much.
I just don't think they'll get over the games where they won 1-0 here, 1-0 there because of a corner.
Yeah.
I think they will struggle to get 3 points. They'll have too many draws and they will not win.
I think that
the
comes
league because
literally
of that.
2 because, as in, it's going to require more points to win the league.
Yeah.
I think that covers the draws.
And my last one is Chelsea. I see this very much as the same time they won it, 17-18, I think. There's a blip in the teams winning it. Around then, they came in, they had a great season, standout players in Kante and Hazard, and they went and won the league. I think with the change in the ethos of what I think football's going to be this year, they're bringing in an invincible manager. They've made a bunch of signings. They've brought in some culture from Hendo and Welbeck, to be fair, and they have the quality on the pitch. There is a very real chance they can storm this league. Spoiler alert for next season, I don't think it sustains.
Oh, no, 100%.
I think this is a one shot.
Yeah.
Chelsea could win the league this year.
Yeah, 100%.
There you go, 1 to 20. Let us know if you agree or disagree with any of our picks. I'm sure there'll be some controversy there. Everton are going down.
Arsenal 4th.
We'll have a check-in on the first international break and
Carrick sacked by Christmas.
let's see where we are at. So that means that whoever comes in for Carrick has
Saves
a
their
great
ass.
second
Yeah.
half of the season when they're already out of both cups and already out of their Champions
Yeah.
League. Golden Boot, go for it.
Oh, well, Haaland.
Haaland.
Oh, I
Dun,
can't
dun,
go
dun,
Isaac,
dun.
can't I?
I'm going to go João Pedro. I think he gets unlocked and that's why they win the league. I think they score a ton of goals and he will be their focal point.
Do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to go Isaac.
Oh, he's going for it. He's doing it. He's doing what he did last year. Playmaker.
See, I don't think there's an obvious one this year. What are you going?
So should I stick with my? Who do I think at Chelsea
I'm going to go Verts.
could be a Palmer? Could he do it? Or
No, but then,
Rodgers, maybe. Verts is the good shout. City playmaker.
Yeah, they're like Foden.
Yeah, no, I might actually.
They
just
mix their
stick.
assists, don't they?
Hmm?
They mix their assists quite a bit. I think a lot of our attack is going to go through Verts this year, and the wingers there.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with Rodgers. I'm gonna start with Rodgers. I think he can make a big impact. You?
Verts.
Verts. He's going for Verts. I think I will change these for me, by the way.
Yeah.
Golden Glove.
I still think it'll be Ray on Golden
I
Glove.
think it'll be right. I think they still will be defensively supreme. Like I said, they just
Yeah.
won't get the goals. Surprise of the season. Player, team, or manager.
Player, team, or manager.
Yeah, I've gone for a team.
Go on, say yours then.
Mine is Leeds.
Yeah.
I've obviously put them
I was
quite
going to say
highly.
that, but I don't want to
I
say
think
the
they'll surprise everyone.
same. Arsenal.
Arsenal, because the drop off just doubles down on your 1 to 20 rankings there. That gives me a freebie. Let's go. One to watch. So this
But
is
everyone predicts them to win the league, other
Yeah,
than us two
that's
right
fair.
now.
So that will be
Every
a
other.
surprise.
So
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
don't win, that's a surprise.
Yeah, that's fair. One to watch. So player, manager, or team. Usually it's new people in, but it could be someone having their one to watch this season because bad last season.
That's a hard one. In my head, I'm like Verts, but I know he's not new. And then another one is Sesko. I think Sesko's going to appear that turn up this year. So it depends on who comes in. I think that's a hard one to do for until the end of
That's
the
completely fair. That is fair. I'm going to start off with Xabi Alonso. I think he's one to watch in terms of a manager. I think tactically he could be incredible or really bad. So
Trainioni.
Trainioni, I love that shout. It's such a great
I'll probably
shout.
change it at the end once transfers have
You've
happened.
locked that in forever now. And then under pressure, we both went for
Arteta last year.
I don't think he's under pressure anymore.
I don't think he's under pressure anymore now. Carrick.
Yeah, Carrick would have been my shout, so I'll go for something different. Who could possibly be under pressure?
Moyes.
No, you'll be right. In your world, yeah, definitely, absolutely. Could we? I kind of want to go for Maresca.
Yeah, 100%. If they didn't get top 4, can you imagine?
Yeah. I'm gonna go Maresca to follow it.
Not saying that I predicted them to come third, but
everyone said it in Slot when Slot came in for Klopp.
yeah.
Under massive pressure at
100%.
City to sustain. Imagine spending all the money and then not being able to balance the books 2 years after spending all of that money because you haven't made Champions League football. Maresca is my under pressure. And that is the end of the episode. Very exciting.
We will revisit them though.
It's not the end of the episode. Moment of the week. Do you have a moment of the week?
That Vert's goal was unreal, as in the teamwork, because it was a ball out from Leone to Frimpong straight back to, it was a great goal.
Absolutely, I'm happy with that. I'm going to just go for Trey Leone. He is absolutely my moment of the week. Thank you for listening to the Brothers in Red podcast. I have been James. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, rate, and subscribe. Follow us on all socials. Been a lot more active, getting a bit of momentum.
I have been,
and we want you guys to follow us along on the journey. I've been James.
I've been Ben.
You've been listening to the Brothers in Red. You'll never walk alone. See you directly.